Hello everyone. Last lectures we have seen some tools in the sketching and we have seen pocket pad tools and created one geometry. In this lecture we are going to see one more tool, that is revolve. Here in the software we call it shaft command and shaft tool. In other software the name might be different. In the Pro E it is called as revolve. So the basic idea is to create a axisymmetrical geometry. Just we need is the cross section of the geometry, and you can revolve that cross section to make it 3D, to make it axisymmetrical about the particular axis. See here we can see one example, a nice example, so that we can create a geometry. Just what we need here is to create a this cross section. The cross section here you can see is this cross section we need to create, and then we'll select X and then revolve around that axis. Second thing here you can see is hole there is a hole here, so we are going to utilize one more command, that is called hold command. So we are going to use two commands here. One is the here from the tree you can see here the hole and the shaft command. So I'll delete these two, and then we'll begin with the basics. If you don't want to delete, when you delete something, you don't want to delete the 2D sketch that you have made, just unselect this option, delete aggregated element, and your 2D sketch will still be there. Let's see, here you can see the 2D sketch. So this is the 2D sketch of the geometry. So let me delete this one. Just check out the dimensions and delete. Right. So let us begin with this command profile tool. Take the profile tool and start from here. See, whenever you want to create some hollow section, just create a section that is somewhere away from uh, the axis. So there are 4 steps here, and then just click on the escape. So before we go to the next section, just let me define the dimensions. This is the easy way. Why? Because see, once we define the dimensions, all other dimension will be in proportion to the particular dimension. So let me define all the dimensions. There is one more dimension here between this point and this point. This one is given here as 24. You can use the multi constraint also. So let me just select the multi constraint tool, and all the dimension you can edit at once. So let me check out the dimension. This here is 16. Click on the dimension. This one is 15. Next is again this 15. This again 15. This is 38. This again 38. This again 38. And here it is 40. And this is the 24. Right, this is 24. Okay, once you give all the dimension, click on the OK, and you get your sketch. Next thing is now continue the diagram. So just zoom in whenever you feel like you are not able to see properly. Just zoom in, because of the number of dimensions sometimes it is difficult to get it correctly. So just zoom in and you can create your diagram. Just complete here, and whenever this line, you can see the center line, that line is showing the alignment. Just press the escape button and give all other required dimensions. Click on this tool, that is called constraint tool. Give all the other required dimension, whatever required, and this one more dimension. There is this one more, and there is one more dimension here. See, once you define all the dimensions, this is going to be changed into the color. So the whole diagram is should be in the green color. That means it is fully constrained. So once you you define all the dimensions, just change the dimension. Either you can go and change one by one. Sometimes it becomes little difficult to identify which dimension is which. Just you select it here, keep it, keep the dimensions near to the particular dimensions. This is, this dimension is for the select dimension, drag it here, this one. Here this is 32. There is one more dimension required here. Just give the dimension here, this one. So it is giving some error, so just delete this dimension, right? And this define this dimension is 6. So whenever there is extra dimension, it is going to show you the error, that is over constraining. You can't create 3D with the over constraining. Once you define all the dimensions, this is going to be 14. There is 14 here, and then this one is again 15. 15. Right. So once you define all the dimensions, the figure should be in green color. That means it is fully constrained. And the second thing is the to avoid over constraining. Sometimes what happens is, by mistake or something, we don't know which dimension is already given. Sometimes because of the geometrical constraint and the dimensional constraint, we are defining both things. So sometimes the dimensional constraint will take care of the geometrical constraint, or sometimes geometrical constraint will take care of dimensional constraint. So suppose I define this dimension, so this will change into the purple color, and it is over constraint. So if I want to uh, extrude this one, there is some error. See here, the sketch is over constraint. So to avoid this error, whenever there is this purple color, any dimension is coming in the purple color, you would better delete that dimension and then exit the workbench, and will convert into 3D. See here. So then we select this command called shaft command, and here you need to define the first angle. For this particular diagram, this angle is 270. You can define any angle between 0 to 360. Select the sketch. So this is the sketch 7. This already selected. Again, I am select it. The next thing is you have to define the axis. See here. So we need to define this axis, right? But here we can't see which one is which. So you can do one thing. You select on the axis here, x or the y or the z. See, when I'm selecting z axis, so x is coming in this direction, vertical direction. Here also you can see. So this x is in this direction. So we right click here and select the x axis. Once you select x axis, then click on the OK, and you will get your feature in the 3D. Right? Next thing is we need to create one more thing here, that is called the hole. So what we do is we just take the hole command and click on the surface. Wherever we want the hole, just click on the particular surface and then define the diameter and the depth. Right? The diameter is 10, and then we go to repositioning. The positioning sketch. Here we need to define the position of the hole. So here you can see this is my hole. Here, this is my star is my hole. So position we need to define. The first thing what we define is the position with respect to this axis, this line, right? So we select this star here with the control button. You can move to your diagram so that the visibility will be better. Select this edge and go to multi-constraint tool. The constraint dialog box, and apply the coincident. Second thing is I need to define with respect to the one more edge. So that for this one, the dimension is given with between this and this edge, right? So when I define the dimension, so I just take this one, define the dimension between this point and this one. So it is not going to give the dimension. So what I can do is, next thing is again take the constraint and take this one and select this one, and this is 28. Once you define your dimension of the hole, you can move the diagram rotate the diagrams. How to rotate? Just press the scroll button and press the right click and move the cursor, move the mouse. Right click, the scroll button, then the right click and the move the mouse. Next thing is just exit the workbench and click on the OK. You have got the hole here. So this is your shaft and the hole command. So this is how you create the axisymmetrical geometry. Okay, thank you everyone.